Hi, I'm Fiona Judd. I'm submitting a teaching video so I can be considered for a speaking position at the expo. I will just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a hypnobirthing childbirth educator. I've been doing that for 5 years. I teach classes in Orem. I'm also a doula, so I attend births with women who want to hire me to help support them during labor. I have 4 children of my own, and they were all birthed using hypnobirthing. So, and I've had different experiences with that. So I've had 2 in the hospital, 1 in a birth center, and 1 at home. And I love teaching women about their options, giving birth in any setting that they prefer. I had really good experiences in each of those places, so I'm all for women choosing to birth where they want to birth and having a great experience and being supported there. Today I'm going to teach you a little bit about vocalization during labor, because I feel like this is something that no one had ever talked to me about before I had babies. And I didn't know that it was okay to make sounds and what kind of sounds I would be making, and that they would help with my relaxation. Even taking hypnobirthing, I feel like it's not something that's really talked about in the class. And so when I teach my hypnobirthing classes now, I talk to my moms about vocalizing what kinds of sounds they can make and might make. So first of all, I'll talk about my experience with my first labor. I went into labor, and for the first 8 hours or so of my labor, I was very comfortable. I wasn't finding the need to vocalize at all, so just during my contractions, or surges is what we call them in hypnobirthing, I would just breathe in and out, and I was doing the breathing that I was taught to do, and it was working great. And then as things started to get more intense and I got more, into my birthing and closer to transition, I needed more tools to help me relax. And I soon discovered that if I exhaled and moaned, it made a low moaning noise with the surge or contraction, it actually helped me to release tension. And so it kind of sounded something like this. Oh, kind of just like a low moan. And that, was all that I needed as far as, enhancing my relaxation for quite a while. And I like to compare it to anything that you do that's really physical, such as working out at the gym, lifting weights, something like that, lovemaking, anything like that. A lot of times you'll find that you vocalize with it. It's something that just happens when we are having kind of an extreme physical experience. A lot of us want to vocalize. And so sometimes I will tell moms, if you're loud in the bedroom, you'll probably be loud in the birthing room. That's kind of how I found it to be for me anyway. So the noise, the sounds were helping me so much. And not all women are going to want to or need to vocalize. Some women will be very quiet with their birthing, which is fine. But I think that they still need to know that it's okay if they do make noise. And that it can be beneficial to them. With hypnobirthing especially, I think there's a lot of the conception is that you have to be sitting there really still and holding still and quiet, and that's maybe not how you will experience it for you. And I do show videos in my hypnobirthing classes of different moms in their births, and you can hear, some of them are more quiet, but some of them definitely do make distinct sounds. And I have, in the presentation that I give at the expo, I will have examples, video examples of different sounds that women make during labor. So I found a couple of quotes I really like that relate to this topic. They are from betterchildbirthoutcomes.com. And one is that there is a physiologic connection between the vocal cords, the respiratory diaphragm, and the perineum. Vocal toning, the practice of making a low vibratory sound as breath is slowly released, enhances that relationship and helps women achieve focus and relaxation during labor, which is exactly how I experienced it. And then this is about a study that was done. One study on sounds in labor by Pierce in 1998 found that of participants who were taught toning in pregnancy, that's vocal toning, 86% used it in labor, 61% found it helpful in dealing with pain, 42% indicated it promoted relaxation, and 50% said it helped them stay focused. What is particularly important to note about these responses of these participants is that they mentioned those benefits in an open-ended format rather than a numerical response to a question. So pretty significant findings there as far as this is really helping women being able to vocalize. This is another quote from the same source. The long O vowel sound opens the throat, and there is a correlation between a relaxed throat and a relaxed perineum. Women are encouraged to say O and think of opening the pelvic bowl. The O shape can even be visualized as one imagines the round, open pelvis opening wider and wider as more air is released. And so another thing that I like to mention in my classes, and this is from Ida Mae Gaskin, one of the world's most renowned midwives. She has always said, open mouth, open vagina. So when we're in labor, we want to make sure that our jaw, throat, all of that is really open and relaxed. And if we're doing that, it's connected to the perineum, and that's going to help us be relaxed, help our birthing muscles be relaxed as well. And of course, that's what you want for birth, so that your baby can descend and be born. In hypnobirthing, when I teach the breathing, I teach through a closed mouth to breathe in and out through the nose, but that can be modified. Moms who want to vocalize can easily breathe in and out through a relaxed open mouth if that's something that they want to do. And if they want to keep their mouth closed, if they find that they focus better with that, they can still vocalize. It's more of a humming. So, which is another thing that I hear a lot with hypnobirthing, because the moms that practice the breathing with their mouth closed, they're vocalizing, but it's through a closed mouth. So she can choose, if she wants to do open mouth or closed mouth. And again, those vocalizations should always be very low. High-pitched sounds in labor create tension. Low-pitched sounds release tension. So if I'm with a mom as a doula, she's, her vocalizations are starting to creep up into the higher registers of her voice, I will vocalize with her and encourage her to bring that sound back down to a low-pitched area where it can be more relaxing. Another thing that moms can do is they can use words or phrases to help with their relaxation. So they can even say distinct things to themselves like relax, as she's releasing that air. She can tell herself to relax, or peace, or say her baby's name. These are all different things that I've heard. And those can be very helpful as well. All right, that's all I have. Thanks so much.